Hello and welcome to another update video about XRP. XRP, we see some movement recently, nothing too exciting though, and nothing has basically changed to the last video, but we want to see how likely is it that we are still pushing higher, at least short term, to the ideal target here for this wave, because we've got two scenarios that I am mainly following. Bear in mind, these are scenarios on the micro level, so they can change, they are subject to frequent change, and they are quite fragile. And I must admit, I don't have a proper trade setup for XRP here at the moment. So it's nothing too exciting, nothing that I would trade here at the moment. There are more interesting charts, more volatile charts. XRP isn't doing too much at the moment. But my view at the moment is, maybe we start again at the one-day chart for everybody who's new here. What is interesting is this move of the most recent high in April 21, because I see this currently as a wave one, an impulse, and we are moving down in a WXY correction, and this is one of the more complex Elliott wave structures, this WXY correction, but you see it more and more often. Other interpretations are possible, of course, but also other interpretations together with this one, they suggest that the low for XRP isn't in yet. We call the current correction a so-called wave 2 correction. After a wave 1 impulse, we are now in a wave 2 to the downside. That is I know it doesn't sound like it, but that's actually the bullish interpretation of the chart, because it would suggest that in the next bull run we're going to go to a new all-time, well, or at least to a new high above this wave 1. To the 1.618 Fibonacci extension, which should take us into the region. It depends a little bit where we're going to bottom out, but let's say around 325 to 395. That would be sort of the minimum expectation based on Fibonacci extensions, Elliott waves in a wave 3. Bear in mind, this is a wave 1, this a wave 2, so the wave 3 should follow in the next bull run. Then there should be a shallow wave 4 correction and a wave 5 to the upside that could even take us to $5. These are sort of guideline targets. In a very bullish environment, these targets can be surpassed and broken. But important that I tell you these targets, because should these targets not be reached, then it is a reason for concern, because it means that long term XRP may be failing to create an impulse. So that is very important. They're not guaranteed targets to be reached. They are targets which, if XRP really is in a long-term uptrend, they should be reached. They are the ideal targets. And if we get to an all-time high, we should reach them. And if we don't, it's a reason for concern long-term for XRP. But we're not there yet anyway. We first of all need to finish off this correction. And if we say we're in a WXY scenario within this wave 2, then we are currently in the Y wave. The Y wave consists of 3 waves, A, B, and C. And there are 2 scenarios depending on where I put the wave B, because both are possible. And it's not that important because both lead to a similar result. So at the moment, I've got labeled here as the B wave at the top. That's one interpretation. And then we are now moving down in in an ending diagonal in a wave C. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are now in the wave 5. That should then follow down quite soon. But short term we could see a little bit more upside as long as we stay below 41.9 cents. That's one interpretation. And the other interpretation is that this move here is a triangle, an Elliott wave triangle in the B wave, that the B wave didn't end here, but actually is ending here somewhere. So we are fairly close to the triangle high. So what does that mean? It means that the triangle, which is considered an A, B, C, D, E pattern, where the triangle ends, that is an E wave. That is at the same time the end of the B wave, because the B wave consists of all these subwaves, A, B, C, D, E. It would be expected to break to the opposite side of the E wave, so to the downside in this case. When you break out of a triangle, the first indication is that you break below the low of the B wave. Sorry, the D wave, which is here at 33.2 cents. And the next indication or confirmation would be a break below the B wave low at 31.6 cents. And then we should reach one of these 2 targets. It depends on, there's several ways of how targets can be calculated. The first target is at 21.2 cents, 27.2 cents. The next target is at 18 cents. One of these is probably going to provide significant support, and we should see some kind of a reaction. We also see a head and shoulders pattern here on the chart, and I believe if we take the height of the head, it should take us quite close to the 18 cent level. Oops, don't want to move that. Come on. So now even below it, that would actually take us to 12 cents. So if you want, that's a third target. So we need to take it level by level, but my opinion is the downtrend isn't over yet until I see a clear impulse to the upside. And if we now go into the lower level detail here, we can see that in my opinion, I'm leaning more to the idea that this is an Elliott wave triangle and we're just putting in this wave E to the upside. Yeah, that wave E, it definitely doesn't work out in an ABC pattern. So we talked about that yesterday. And to put that into context, an E wave is a corrective wave within a triangle, so it should be a three-wave structure. I already raised my concerns yesterday. If we watched yesterday's video, you'll know that I raised some concerns about the structure, that A wave was a bit too short. But yeah, I gave it a chance as long as we basically hold a certain support level here in this wave 4, because A done, B done, C wave unfolding, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in C. But this is turned into something unreliable. It's come down too much. What would have been needed to hold support at the 36.2 cent level? No, sorry, the 35.8 cent level. We didn't hold it. We dropped lower. We dropped significantly below the 50% retracement, so I cannot call that anymore a wave 4. It's technically still valid because we haven't had an overlap with wave 1. We just about avoided that, but it's not reliable anymore. So yeah, there's two possibilities now. That the possibility is that the high for the E wave is already in before reaching the ideal target of 39.8 cents. Yeah, that's an ideal target for the E wave here based on Fibonacci extensions. The other possibility, but it would be very short. I would really only believe that if we now break below that previous swing low at 34.4 cents, that would be a very first indication the triangle is going to come down. Until then, I'm going to go with the scenario that this is a WXY pattern, that we put a more complex structure in. That's certainly possible. Yeah, that's certainly possible. We could then say that we had here an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave within W. This is an X wave down. Should be a 3-wave move. If it becomes impulsive, that's not an X wave, and it should ideally hold above that previous swing low. And then we should move up in a Y wave. And looking at the proportions here, that could work out quite nicely to that 39.8 cent level. So need a bit more patience here. It's not entirely clear yet. A break below that previous swing low would probably send us down straight away, I would say. And a break above the W high would force us higher to round about 39.8 cents. That's my current view of this chart, but overall only short-term upside before we come down. Okay, and that's my update about XRP. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested, check out our trading course that we offer on morecryptoonline.com. It is quite affordable. And if you, if you like the content, definitely check out Instagram and Twitter. There's additional content pretty much every day and also some signals. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.